Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Please do like and subscribe for more confessions. I found my husband and sister together. I, 40F, and my husband, 42M, have been married since I was 22 and he was 23. Up until now our marriage has been perfect. We have a 12-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old son together. But lately I have been getting this weird feeling that my husband is in love with my sister. For short context, my sister, 43F, has always hated me. Even though she was our parents' favorite growing up, she just had the hate for me and always took away things like I loved. Like for example, when I was younger I loved playing soccer and was good at it. When my sister found out she also started playing soccer, she was good but not better than me. Not to brag, one day she injured her ankles and was told she couldn't play soccer for a long time and somehow it was my fault. She told our parents, and being their favorite uncle they believed her and banned me from playing soccer ever again. She also stole my first boyfriend and bullied me in school, but I never said anything and mostly kept to myself. Back to now, I had the feeling that my husband was in love with my sister because when she and her husband got divorced, she called up my husband immediately and he went without a second thought. That's how it has always been. Whenever she needs him, he's there with her without even a second thought. About 2 months ago our 12-year-old daughter broke her arm, and we went to the hospital with both me and my husband while my son was at his friend's place. We got home and my daughter asked if she could get McDonald's, and so I went out to get our daughter some McDonald's because she wanted it and she also wanted her dad to stay with her. She has always been a daddy's girl. When I came back home I found my husband on his way out with our daughter crying and begging him to stay. When I saw it I quickly rushed over and asked what was happening, and I found out he was going to my sister because she wasn't feeling well. And I asked him why was he going there when his daughter literally just broke her arm, and he only answers, "Your sister needs me," and left. After that I got super angry and packed a bag for me, my daughter and my son and went to stay at my aunt's place. She was the only one of my family that agreed that my sister was a brat, so I spent most of my childhood with her. 2 days after I had to go back home because I forgot my work computer, and when I got there I was shocked at what I saw. My husband and my sister were on the couch of our family home doing the dirty work. When they both noticed me they were quick to get their clothes back on, and my husband ran to me, telling me that this wasn't what it looked like and that this was all a misunderstanding. I stood there for a minute because I yelled back at him how he could have done this to me, and if I meant nothing to him, and I yelled that I want a divorce and left. When I got to my aunt's place I went into the room I was staying in and broke down crying. I don't know what to do. I already told my aunt and she is furious. She told our parents and most of our family members even though I asked her not to, but at the same time I'm happy she told them because I don't have the courage to do so. My husband and sister have been blowing up my phone with text messages, but I just ignore them. I don't know how I'm gonna tell my kids. What do I do? I am secretly my boyfriend's live stream viewers. My boyfriend has just started streaming and he seems pretty excited about it. He didn't buy a whole setup yet but live streams whenever he is on. I stream briefly and know how hard it is to get viewers. I open multiple private browsers on my personal laptop, work laptop and phone. This way I can have his stream going and it counts as multiple viewers. When he saw 4, he was stoked. It's only 4 viewers but he was so happy. There's very little in this world right now that can cause that genuine happiness and expression. I sit on the other side of the couch with the volume down on all devices and just pretend I'm doing schoolwork. Wow, I appreciate the kind comments. I haven't shared his link because the purpose of this post was to get something off my chest and not farm subs. I believe he is capable of it on his own. It's just to keep him motivated, and I have already shared with friends, family. I also don't want him to find out. He plays Warzone Vanguard. Perhaps you'll come across his stream in the future. He streams on Twitch. I give him 4 viewers, not 1,000. This is something I've literally done for the last 2 weeks. Do not tell me I have copied and pasted. I have no reason. Also, thank you for the awards. I'm fairly new to Reddit and I enjoy this community. My husband peed while he was inside of me. This is so embarrassing, so I'm going anonymous. I won't mention names or ages here. My husband literally peed inside of me last night while we were having an intercourse. It freaked me out and I didn't know how to handle it. It was just so weird and I really can't put into words how I felt, but I don't want to point out that I'm upset because he previously told me about trying to do it and I already said no, but he went ahead and did it. I was completely caught off guard. I did not agree to this weird experience and I definitely didn't enjoy it. We had an argument and he said I killed the fun with my reaction, but he already knew how I felt about it. He still hung up on the fight, saying I overreacted for no good reason at all, but I don't know. I found it really unpleasant and just weird. I've been lying to my husband for the past 8 years. I met my husband on April 1st, 2011. When his birthday rolled around that November, I asked him what his favorite flavor of cake was so I could make it for him. Yellow cake with chocolate frosting. I went all out. I made everything from scratch and decorated it as best I could. He loved it. I promised him I'd make him a yellow cake with chocolate frosting every year for his birthday, and I have 8 yellow cakes with chocolate frosting. He's loved every one. Flashback to March 3rd, 2012. My birthday, the first one I got to spend with him. He made me a delicious dinner, and when it was finished he proudly brought out what he had made for dessert, yellow cake with chocolate frosting. He was so proud of it. He had spent so much time on it and it was one of the sweetest things anyone has ever done for me. I finished my first slice, and he offered me another, so I ate that one, too. I hate yellow cake with chocolate frosting. He's made me 7 yellow cakes with chocolate frosting, 1 each year. It is our birthday tradition and I actually look forward to it in a weird way every year. Today is March 3rd. When I was helping him unpack from the last shopping trip, I saw it all there. The sugar, the vanilla extract, the cacao powder. I asked him if he was baking something soon, and he just beamed at me. I love this man so much. I'll never tell him how I feel about yellow cake with chocolate frosting. They may even grow on me one of these years. Holy moly, this has taken off. 2 awards. Thank you all so much. My husband disappeared to the kitchen about half an hour ago, and I hear the mixer going. Soon the house will be filled with the smell of yellow cake. My goodness, you all, this has really blown up. I'm trying my best to keep up with all your comments. I am so grateful for all the awards, silver and gold. I am so happy that a little slice of our life could touch so many people, and I love reading the stories other couples' little secrets. I installed a camera in the living room and caught my husband making out with a babysitter. I have been having suspicions for almost 4 months since I hired this 17-year-old babysitter for my 3-year-old daughter. I'm a nurse working full-time while he works 3 nights a week and comes home to sleep during the day. I felt I was going crazy because something was off and he refused to ease my mind and answer questions I had. So I put a camera in the living room and saw nothing till day 4, where he and the babysitter were making out on the couch behind my daughter's back while she was watching TV. I felt like my entire world came crashing to the ground. I felt all kinds of negative feelings, including guilt, even though I just wanted to keep my job. When he complained about me pushing him to the side, he started crying when confronted, tried to get me to listen, but I took my daughter and went to stay with mom. It's been a whole month now. The babysitter is gone and he's still crying about his slip-up. Even went as far as say the babysitter was the one initiating. I feel like I'm done with him after this. He managed to make me feel guilty for not dressing up or giving him enough attention. Now I strongly believe I bear part of the blame in what happened. I feel disgusted and my mind and heart keep racing, not knowing how to deal with all of this. He's begging for a second chance and his family are defending him against me. I forgot to mention our ages. I'm 31 and he's 34. I'm really concerned about men's mental health. I'm a mental health therapist, F48, who has jumped back into dating males after a 10-year dating hiatus. I've met a few men, taken some time to get to know them, and dang, usually about a month into getting to know these guys, I'm hearing phrases like emotionally dead inside and unable to understand my own or others' feelings. They are angry and irritated at the core of their emotional lives and have very low levels of positive emotion. I feel so horrible for them when they disclose these things to me. It's very sad. I'd like to think that my sample size is low and that my observations cannot be generalized to the entire heterosexual male population, but my gut tells me otherwise. I think there's a male mental health crisis. Your mental health does matter, and I wish I could fix it all for every one of you, and I can't. Yes, the mental health system is completely overwhelmed. I know it's difficult in the first place to reach out for help, only to find wait lists and costs that are way out of hand in most places. Please keep trying. Community mental health centers usually have sliding scales and people to help get access to insurance. My sister's boyfriend beat her up and had her sent to the hospital. My husband said she deserves it. Oof. My younger sister, 23, got beat up so badly by her boyfriend over some laundry and got taken to the hospital for a dislocated shoulder and broken finger. My parents are filing a report with the police and are pushing to have her, hopefully ex-boyfriend, charged. My husband heard and his reaction was to lean back and say she deserved it, and that she had it coming. Why? His excuse is that my sister is being babied by my parents, and that she isn't fit to be in an adult relationship. Moreover, he said her boyfriend had probably hit his limit with her, and basically treated him as if he was the victim of abuse. I was shocked to hear him say this and quite frankly worried that he'd condone, and even justify such horrible behavior displayed by my sister's boyfriend. I couldn't sleep thinking about what he said, especially after I asked if he would do what the guy did, if he ever hit his limit with me, and his response was to just stare at me. I don't know, I'm just not comfortable with his stance in this situation, and I never expected him to say this. If your kids have contraceptives, do not take it from them. I am a mother to a 17-year-old. He graduates this year, college in the fall. He's been dating a girl for 2 years. I found condoms in his room. We're an American family. Sex at a young age is frowned upon. I've always felt if you can't wait till marriage, at least wait till out of your teens. 20. I took his condoms, took his card so he couldn't buy more, and took his car thinking that would stop them from having sex. He will be a daddy in 8 months and I will be a grandmother at 42. Lesson learned. Although lesson learned too late, parents aren't perfect, especially those of us from such traditional backgrounds. But I realize now where I went wrong. I have a younger daughter and I now know to be better when she is around my son's age. Looking back, I'd wish I would have just been glad he was practicing safe sex instead of trying to punish him because teenagers will find a way. He is nearly an adult, and I reacted as if he was 13. But parenting doesn't come with any instructions. It is hard to accept your babies grow up, so I admit my mistake. We live, and we learn. Note: redemption and forgiveness should be encouraged when someone admits a wrong, not bashful shaming. Humans mess up. It's what makes us human.